Hi everyone. So thought I would do something fun. I did this a while back and haven't done it in a really long time, and obviously I've added a lot more to my collection. And so I thought, hey, why not? Uh, let's do some sort of show and tell, shall we call it. So these are a few of my favorite decks that I use, and this is what I am calling part one Oracle. I have no idea how many parts there will be, um, but I hope that you enjoy it. So we have quite a collection here. I'm going to tip it. Whoops. Tip it up. Right? If anyone wants like a real in-depth walkthrough, do let me know in the comment sections, and I will do that. This is just sort of like a brief sort of overview. So this is the Sacred Traveler Oracle by Denise Linn. Love this deck because I love purple. Comes with a great guidebook. It's got some ideas in here for spreads, and the meaning of each card is quite significant in terms of the information provided, right? I'll just show you a couple. We have valiant courage, take action with passion. Whoops, I probably should have went through these to make sure that they were all right side up. Fellow traveler, support is all around you. I love the imagery in this deck as well. We have crossing bridges. It is time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Like I said, I should have went through this. Uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Navigating by the stars. Follow your bliss. I find that these are really helpful, like as in terms of like guidance or where you should focus. If you're feeling like stuck or blocked. Sometimes if I'm doing like tarot cards, I will use this as like a clarifier. For example, if I'm picking up like one, or not one, but more than one sort of vibe, or more than one kind of feeling, I will pull one of these to sort of clarify that reading. We have Voyage of the Heart. Love flows through you and to you. One of my favorite cards in that deck. Answering the Call. The time is now. So you get the idea. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck. It is well used. Vast vistas, expand your horizon. I use it often, and it is one of my absolute favorite decks. I am a big fan of Denise Linn. We move on to the Moonology Manifestation deck. Now, I have both of the Moonology decks, but this one in particular really speaks to me. Probably because it's purple. I just feel like the images are much more vibrant and there's a lot more movement in them. This is by Yasmin Boland. Again, it comes with a substantial guidebook and gives you a lot of information about the cards and how to manifest. There's some spreads in here. Explains about the different moon phases. It's a great book. So this is the back side of the card. It's just beautiful, right? pinks and purples and a little bit of greens and blues and some sort of like orangey kind of creamy kind of colors. It's just gorgeous. Looks very like if you had a crystal and had light coming through it, or stained glass. It has a very sort of iridescent kind of quality to it. Lovely cardstock as well. So are the Sacred Travelers. I should have mentioned that. So one of the first cards here, assess the situation, the first quarter moon in Virgo. Just outstanding images in my opinion. We have new moon in Libra, know you are loved. New moon in Aquarius, open up to change. Full moon in Leo, go wild. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. First quarter moon in Scorpio, release your blocks. New moon in Virgo, trust all will be well. First quarter moon in Cancer, push through any insecurity. Now, I use these cards probably not as often as I would like to, if I were being honest, and that's just because I like to try to use all of the cards that I have. New moon in Gemini, think it through. But I feel like I can use these cards for a lot of different types of readings, right? Again, where do you need to focus? You know, where do you need to sort of put your energy to release a block? What do you need to surrender to? Those types of ideas. Hopefully that helps. In terms of knowing when to or when not to sort of use these cards. And of course, this is just my opinion. But most of the cards that I've chosen in this part one, I feel, and I do use, for those of you that follow, you know, you see them often enough. I can use these for pretty much anything. And that's why I sort of picked them for part one. Let's move on to another favorite of mine called Messages from the Spirits of Nature Oracle by Dr. Stephen Farmer. This deck has the most beautiful images. You have a guidebook here that gives so much information about each of the cards, which is beautiful. It tells you what the card sort of is about, and then it gives a particular message or a specific message about the card. There are some ideas for spreads that they give you. You know, what to do with the deck before you start reading and all of that kind of jazz. Lovely cardstock on these as well. This is the back of the card. Beautiful image. We have Diamond and Radiance, card number 11. Couldn't make that up if I tried. We have Rain and Renewal. We have Stars and Navigation. We have the Moon and Cycles. We have Lightning, Breakthrough. We have Cicada and voice. We have the dandelion and healing. The images, in my opinion, are just, they're so beautiful. We have ocean and waves. Crystal quartz and focus. Water, lifeblood. We have snake and shedding. And one more here. We have the oak tree and ancestors. Just a beautiful, beautiful deck. And like I said, I feel like I can use that for just about anything. A newer deck, it's not a new deck, but a newer deck to me, is the Spellcasting Oracle by Flavia, Kate Peters, and Barbara Meiklejohn Free. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce that horribly. This is the guidebook. It gives you lots of information about each of the cards, which is always helpful. Magical moon phases. I think there's some spreads in there as well. This is the back of the card, very colorful. We have passion. I love the artwork in this as well. We have willpower. Justice. Peace. Financial health. Travel. Career. Home. Compassion. Dreams. Transformation. Gorgeous, gorgeous artwork. New beginnings. Happiness. So as you can see, it's just, I think the artwork is beautiful. And again, I feel like you can use this deck for just about anything. Let's go with the Quantum Oracle next. The Quantum Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. I have a few of her decks as well. This is the guidebook. It's quite substantial. Lots of information about the deck. Now, there are categories to these cards if you want to use them in that fashion. So it gives you an upright and a reversed meaning, which is interesting. You don't usually get that in a guidebook. And then there's like an affirmation for both, or for each card. There's some spreads that you are given here, and then there is, how to read the cards, how to prepare for reading, telling you what the suits mean, which is the categories that I mentioned. It's quite a substantial guidebook, very informative. So these are obviously not put away in any type of good order, so I apologize in advance for that. The back, I love the back of this. It's like a tie-dyed kind of effect. And you can see the categories or cycles. There's like a band of color with a sort of header and number on it. Your higher self. Beautiful image. We have the loving man. New supportive connections. Victim mentality. Professional assistance. Courage. Optimism. Happy success. Great gratitude. Love that image. Travel. Family, friends, and guides. Planning and action. A creative endeavor. So again, this is a deck that you can use for multiple types of readings, and beautiful cardstock. All of these decks have really great cardstock. I like good quality cardstock. As you know, I am quite a shuffler. So I like the cards that can sort of stand up to the shuffling. Oftentimes I like Spirit to choose my cards for me. And so I will continue to shuffle until one pops out, oftentimes. And so I really appreciate a good cardstock that can sort of hold up to that type of shuffling. Let us move on to, which one shall we do next? Let's go with the Sacred Medicine Oracle. So this is a newer deck, not a newer deck in terms of release, although it is quite a recent release. But this is a new deck to me. This is by Asha Frost. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. The Sacred Medicine Oracle. Nice guidebook comes with it. Lots of information about each card, what the card means. There is like a ceremony and then a healing affirmation that goes with each card. Oh, hi, Quincy. Did you want to be a part of it? Hey, you want to see the cards? There's some spreads given here. And the normal, how do you read, what do you do with the cards, that kind of thing. Whoops. Sorry, everybody. Apologize. I'm just trying to make sure that he doesn't click on the mouse and end the recording. All right, Quincy, decide which side of the table you want to sit on, sweetheart. So these are the back side of the cards. So it's going to be difficult with Quincy on the table. I may have to pause this and get him off. All right. Beautiful artwork in this deck. We have creation, story, and pathway. All right, let me pause it and get him off the table. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we got Quincy to get down. So back to the cards. We have creation, story, and pathway. Fire, spark, and transform. Beautiful artwork in this deck. We have wind and change. Sacred tears and expression. Thunderbird vision and trailblazer. Soil and stars, balance. The wolf and protection. Tobacco and offering. Earth, mother, and surrender. The shaker and truth. Sage, stick, and cleanse. Sacred medicine and calling. Soul retrieval and wisdom. Star nations and ancestors. Medicine, rights, and accomplishment. Just a really beautiful deck. All right, now we move on to probably one of my I would say, well, one of the first decks I ever bought, one of my absolute favorites, Denise, Linn, The Sacred Forest. This deck, it just speaks to me in a way that from the moment that I opened the box, in a way that I did not expect. I absolutely adore this deck. It is well used, well loved. Here comes the guidebook that it comes with. Lots of information on each card. Lots of different spreads in here that I have used on the channel many times. You know, how to work with the cards, how to cleanse the cards, that type of thing. Cardstock is really good. This is the back side of the card. And here we go. We have Wizard of the Woods and Focus. The Bluebird Spirit and Happiness. Wild Rose Fairy and Love. Frog Spirit and Renewal. Aspen Spirit and Courage. Toadstools and Growth. Elves and Playfulness. Bee spirit and prosperity. Wise woman of the grove and grace. Standing stones, passage. Oops, sorry. Mystic meadow and sanctuary. Willow spirit and flexibility. Do one more here. Spirit guardians of summer and expansion. Just a really lovely deck that you can use, in my opinion, for absolutely anything and everything. Let's go to the Sea Soul Journey Oracle. Don't say that fast, friends. It's a total tongue twister. This is a deck that I bought. This is by Pippa Best. Now, cardstock is not the greatest. It's good, but it's not the best. What's interesting is that there are 4 or 5 different backs to these cards. So we have this image. We have this image. We have this image. And this image, which is just outstanding that all the cards have different backs on them. Now, these are like, sort of positive affirmational type cards, but the messages are very short, very sweet, but they're very powerful, I find. It does come with a little guidebook that tell you a little bit of information about each of the cards, and each of the cards in the guidebook has a reflection, a blessing, and a mantra, which I love. It tells you about the backs of the cards and the meanings of them, and the 4 different themes, if you will, how to interpret the cards. And I kind of really love this deck. Gives you some spreads to use them with. So let's go ahead and take a peek. We have believe. May the sea deepen your faith. May the sea deepen your faith. We have play. May you seek out fun and connection. We have powerful. May you be as potent as the ocean. Bliss. May you feel deeply and transcend. Present. May you sense each shiver of the surf. Shine. May you be a lighthouse. Stretch. May you extend your reach. Hope. May the horizon always sustain you. It's a beautiful, beautiful image. I mean, the pictures in this deck are absolutely gorgeous. We have joy. May you pursue what lights you up. So just a really, lovely images, but very powerful messages, very uplifting, and I totally resonate with that. Of course, now I've stuck the outside box inside the lid and now I can't get it apart. Yes, I store 98% of my decks inside the boxes that they originally came from. Mostly because they're easy for me to stack that way. I have my shelves, and that helps with stacking. Next, this is a newer deck to me. I think I just got this maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. The Archangel Michael Sword of Light Oracle by Radleigh Valentine. Comes with a lovely guide book. You have the meanings of the cards, and there's lots of information on each of the cards. There are a couple of different spreads to use. Different things that you can do with the deck, how to use the deck, what to do with your cards. Now, when I say that, each guidebook, each deck of cards that has a guidebook has, their interpretation or what the author would do to their deck of cards in terms of how they, sort of activate the cards. That is a very personal thing, in my opinion. And, read it and sort of, develop your own style or your own ritual, if you will, your own practice. I don't think that there's a right or wrong way to do it. It's just my opinion. This is the back of the card. It's quite lovely. These cards are decent cardstock, but they're a little bit thin, but they're lovely. All right, so here we go. Now, I'm not going to read the whole message to you because otherwise we'll be here for a bit. But you will manifest what you need. Get your power back. It's almost over. Someone new is coming. Be the real you. Beautiful image on this card. Put your creative energy into action. Trust in divine purpose. Prioritize self-care. Embrace this magical moment. All is in perfect timing. Open your heart. Lovely deck. Lovely message on the cards. Lots of information in the guidebook. Excellent deck. Excellent deck. It's one of those purchases that I'm really, really pleased and sort of wish I had not have waited so long, if that makes sense. All right. We're dwindling down to the last couple here. Energy and Spirit Oracle by Sandra Ann Taylor. Love this deck. Love it. Absolutely love it. This is the guidebook that it comes with. Lots of information about the cards, upright and in reverse. An affirmation, different spreads that you can use. What to do, how to prepare for a reading, how to use the cards, the different types of cards, that sort of idea. You'll find that most of the guidebooks that come with the Oracle decks are fairly similar in their in their contents. They're pretty much all following in the same sort of path, if you will. I'm just turning a couple around so we can get them upright and front and center in a good way. All right, here we go. So this is the back of the card. It's lovely. Purple and a little bit of green and tinge of pink there. These beautiful sort of like birds, or almost, I'm not sure if it's a bird or like a burst, a starburst kind of thing. It's just a lovely card. I find it beautiful. Reminds me of ribbons, like ribbons floating around. We have the animal totems and animal energy and powers. Artwork in this deck, again, beautiful. We have journey guide and travel, change in location. Archangel Phanuel, hope, optimism, and new beginnings. Sorry about that. Archangel Zadkiel, self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. Letting go of urgency, surrender, freedom from time constraints. Currents of emotions, uncontrolled feelings. Goddess of dreams, vision, intuition, and receptivity. We have mindfulness, peaceful presence, and a quiet mind. Wisdom of the Magi and mental clarity. We have achievement, completion, reward. We have soulful appreciation, heartfelt gratitude. We have teacher, learning a new path. Thought vibrations, resonant choices, signature signals. And our last one that I'll show you, connections, partnership, contract, commitment. So lots of lovely images on this card. Lots to, like, if you are an intuitive reader, so meaning that you don't necessarily just look at the word on the card or the message on the card, that's one of those decks where there's so much going on in the picture that you can really tap in intuitively to see what else you might get from that card. All right, we have the Guardian Angel cards. This is by Toni, Carmine, Salerno. And these are beautiful little cards. There is no guidebook. There really isn't one needed. This is the back side of the card. Just an amazing swirl of yellow and green and blue and white and pink and like a fuchsia and a purpley kind of color. It's just gorgeous. And on the back side, we have many, many, many different colors. There's purple and there's pink and there's orange and there's like an aqua and a blue and a burgundy. It's gorgeous. They come in this neat little heart-shaped deck, and I love them. So we'll just look at a couple because they're quite lengthy. So we have prayer. Dear Guardian Angel, help me to believe that all is possible through love. Help me manifest my dreams and live an inspiring and fulfilling life. Help me to feel God's presence in every moment. Help me feel eternally loved. Thank you for being always by my side. Creativity. We, your angelic messengers, are here to help unleash the endless creative potential that you possess. Listen to the whispers of love inside your heart as we communicate with you through feeling and emotions. Let go of fear and apprehension and express the endless source of creativity you possess. Have fun and allow the inner child within you to express your true essence. All is valid. Trust. You are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension, and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. So that's just a brief sample of these cards. Now, I use those cards often. I love the message. I love the sort of blessing or sort of clarification, if you will, from spirit. So I feel like you can use those in a lot of different readings as well, which is why they're either that or because they're one of my favorites. One of the first decks I ever bought, actually. I think it was my second big purchase. This is what I call the mini Chakra Love deck. This is just one of those little mini decks. Comes in this wonderful magnetic box. And this is by Katie Manershaw. There is no guidebook. It tells you here how to use the cards. Every card has the most amazing, colorful back on it. Just gorgeous, right? And for someone who likes to color coordinate her cards, I really dig this. Just beautiful. Now, on the opposite side, you have the chakras. You have the crystal that they suggest that you could use. And then there is a message. Now, my only complaint about these cards is that on like the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, sometimes on the throat chakra, the stone is written so small that it can be difficult to see. But the cards are so, like there's so much in such a small little card, I find. So let's go through a couple. So we have the third eye chakra. The stone that they mention here is lapidolite. And we have signs. There will always be signs to guide you on your true path. Next, we have chakra balance, which means all of the chakras. This is about unity. The only illusion is separation. They mention blue lace agate, amethyst, and new jade. We have the throat chakra. Stone that they mention here is, I can't even see it. Speaking of putting stones here that you can't see, I don't even know what it says. It's a guess. We have listening. If you want to be heard, learn to listen. We have chakra balance again and harmony. Harmony makes the song of life sweeter. Green jasper, turquoise, and labradorite. Solar plexus chakra, amber. Fearlessness. Turn your worrier into a warrior. Solar plexus chakra again. Mookaite. Shine. You are made of stardust, so keep sparkling. So it just gives you like an idea of, some of the, they're beautiful little additions to any little reading that you're doing, right? Maybe you want to pull a little card for yourself every day to sort of, where do you need to focus your energy in terms of keeping yourself aligned or when you're meditating, that kind of thing. These are the kind of cards that I would put this around my house, right? And, stick it on the fridge, put it on the bathroom mirror, that kind of thing. But I love adding them to readings because I feel like there's a lot of information on such a little card. So, friends, that concludes part number 1, 45 minutes. Do give us a thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know if there is a particular deck that you're interested in. If I have it, I'll pull it out. Let me know, what resonates, what doesn't. If you have any questions about a particular deck, and maybe we will gather all the questions and we'll do like a live sort of Q&A or show and tell about your comments and your suggestions, your ideas, your questions, whatever it may be. I will put the decks in the description box below the video so that you guys can get the names if you're interested in any of them. I thank you kindly for joining me, and until next time, I wish you many blessings. Bye, everyone.